on?
I'm still on.
All right.
No comprende?
All right. Music's bumping.
After we do the interview, you can just, we'll
Stream's
just talk
getting
back and
warmed
forth.
up.
Okay.
Oh, after we do the interview, you'll go back to this screen right here and we'll have to wait about 5 or 6 seconds before they kill the audio stream on it.
We're going to get started in 3, 2, 1.
Welcome back to the Bravado Wireless Basketball Media Days and the Bravado TV studios. And we have the Canadian Cougars are in the house. And actually the head Cougar, I guess, the head Cougar, Coach Gary Hendricks. And a few of you folks out there might recognize Coach Hendricks. He's coached a little basketball around here and been doing it for, what, 30 plus years?
Yes, been a head coach for 31 years.
Right. And so he's down in Canadian now. And so, Coach, how are things going down there?
They're going real well, Eric. It's a new experience for me after being at Fort Gibson for the last, 30 years.
Right.
Teaching and coaching over there, retired, and they hired me at Canadian for some reason. And I really enjoy it. I like working with the kids. Everything's new to them, as well as it's new to me, and we're having a good time.
Nice little community down there. Yeah.
Yeah, it's on the lake,
Right.
and there's not a lot there, but lake community, Arrowhead State Park right next door,
Right.
and it's a good place.
Yeah. If you're a fisherman, it'd be a real nice place for you.
Yes,
Yeah.
but if you're a golfer, it's okay.
Yeah, that's right. You are a golfer, right? Yeah. If you'll don't let me forget, I might have something extra special for you then. So, Coach, Canadian, you've got some experienced kids down there, and had a 16-10 record, but you've got a lot of experience coming back.
Yeah, they have. We have, I guess I should say. We have 4 starters coming back. Those boys were all sophomores, and actually they would have had the 5th starter, but he ended up moving to Missouri.
Oh, no.
So we've got 4 kids back with some experience, and a couple of others that played a little bit. The majority of our players are juniors. I think we're only going to have 2 seniors. I have one in the gym right now, and we just finished up with football last night, and I'm thinking I'm going to get 1 senior boy there.
Okay.
So the majority of our team is junior class, and I think however good we're going to be, which I have no idea at this point, but we should get better as the season progresses,
Right.
and should even be better the following year.
All right. Well, that's kind of a good problem to have, is you're only going to get better there. And I know just watching the football, you've got some athletes. So these kids are going to be able to, once they get back into that basketball mode, should be able to do some good things for you.
We hope so. We have the quarterback on our football team that just got beat out in the playoffs last night. Carson Thompson is a returning starter, and he averaged about 20 points a game last year.
Right.
And is a good athlete. He's not extremely big, only 5'9" or 5'10" maybe. That might be pushing it, but he's a good athlete. We've got some other kids that are athletic. Levante Clayton, Noah Clayton, Chad Baker, some names there. Those guys will do a lot of playing for us. And there's some other kids too. So we're not the most athletic team and we're not the biggest team, but I hope that we can be competitive, and I think we will be.
Right. Well, that's all you can ask for, is make make those little building blocks.
Right.
Keep getting better, and then make a run at the playoffs. Because I've seen many of your teams at Fort Gibson that continue to get better every week. Went to a playoffs at 500, shocked a lot of people. So.
And that is our goal. We want to be playing our best in February.
Right.
And especially with everything being new, me being new, the whole system being new, that should work in our favor as far as getting better. And basketball is a pretty long season. When you start practicing in October and playoffs start middle of February, and could be playing, hopefully you're playing in March. It's a pretty long season. So yeah, we want to be playing our best in February.
Right, most definitely. All right, Coach, let's talk about some of your kids. You marked down Carson Thompson and Chad Baker.
Yeah.
2 kids we're going to kind of look for this season.
Let me talk about Chad, because he's been in the gym this fall, so I've got to see him a lot more than I have Carson. And I did have those young men over the summer, so I got to see them a little bit. Chad's about 6'2", and he's going to be one of our post guys. And Chad's a pretty thick kid, pretty strong around the basket. He's got a nice touch. I think he has a chance to be a very good post player for us. Carson Thompson is left-handed and is a good shooter. Also handles the basketball. He actually can play the point or maybe a two-guard. We're probably going to move him more on the wing and be a two-guard type player for us. But he can also post up. Just a pretty good player, pretty complete player. Those two kind of our nucleus to build around, but we've got some other kids that I think are going to be good to go around those and add some depth. So we're excited. I'm excited.
Good. I'm happy not only for Canadian, I'm happy for you to see the excitement back into it. And I mean, don't take this wrong by any means, by you or Fort Gibson fans. I think you're in a little bit of a lull there, and I think a change of environment is awesome, you know. And I see a little bit more pep in your step than I've seen in a while.
It's been very good for me.
Yeah.
I've been truly blessed. I was blessed at Fort Gibson. Had great teams. It's a great community. I still live there, and but this is a new challenge for me.
Right.
And as I have progressed in age, as you can tell with the hair, it's good for me. It is good to kind of restart something from scratch.
Right.
And I'm really looking forward to it, and so far it's been really, really fun.
Awesome. Well, Coach, we're certainly blessed to have you up here, and we're blessed to have Canadian in our group of coverage, and hopefully you'll get to see some of those blue trucks down there shooting some film. And
well, we appreciate you and Bravado, and you know, I was fortunate enough to work with you a few times last year, and we just appreciate all you do for high school sports.
Yeah, we try, and we try to make all these kids feel like rock stars, and that's what this is all about. So even though we don't have any kids up here with us tonight, go back and you know, tag some of your high school buddies and let them see this. Coach Hendricks talking about you. And folks, if you like Canadian basketball, get on the website and find out where they're playing. Go cheer them on. And boys and girls, we had the Lady Cougars up here earlier with Coach Bedford. So go cheer them on. If you can do anything to help them out, buy them a dinner before the game or after the game. Help support these young athletes and see what you can do to help them out. And as always, folks, check out BravadoWireless.com. Find out where a store is near you. And Coach, thanks for coming up.
Thank you for having me.
Yes, I'd say you drove a long ways, but you're just by me across the river.
That's right.
All right, folks, stick around. And coming up after dinner, we'll have the Hilldale Hornets, the Keys Cougars, Keys Lady Cougars, and the Midway Lady Chargers right here on the Bravado Wireless Basketball Media Days.